All right, what's up, folks? Welcome to Foreign and Domestic. It is good to be here. Good to see everyone out there. Val, let's start it off right, sir.
Oh, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Alan, what's going on, man?
Actually, a very, very great week. Very great week. Temperatures are great here in Iowa. It's been some lovely kilting weather, and I've been taking advantage of the such. If I can get my thing just do its thing, then I'll make sure that I don't end up with an echo here because wow, this thing is just being ridiculous today. Anywho, the we've got Edward Petty out there. We've got M1A2 Abrams. We got JH586 here in the room. Bohemian Hunting Club, Thor's Axe out there. The YouTube auditor that can eat a bowl of dicks. I'm just having a little bit of hard time with this list today because there's also Lakeview Outdoors, Info Brothers. Yeah, why is this thing being like this? I don't know. But that's the list that it's given me so far.
Awesome. Jamie, what's going on, man?
Oh man, been a fairly good weekend, but a pretty rough week. We all had the COVID, and everybody's doing better now. So, looking forward to another day off tomorrow, and then back to the old grind. I reckon, back to work.
Work going all right?
It goes. It just goes, man.
Yeah, the sea flu has been going around as well. I've had people out at work and having to fill in and not being able to do my own things either. The sea flu coming back around, and I think there's a reason why.
No, never. Why would there be a reason behind that? Come on. Non-compliance, people. Non-compliance. Val, you were out hanging out with KB, man. You have a good weekend?
Yeah, I hung out with the KB. That was last Tuesday. I was actually working at my sister's house, so I was fairly close by. The weekend, yeah, I did some work. I did. I went and shot a match today. Didn't do super good, but still had fun. I was gonna drive to Vermont, have a dinner with my daughter after 2 weeks at the college, but we finished at the match kind of too late, so that didn't happen. So I'm spending the rest of my Sunday night with you good folks.
How are you doing on your 10 millimeter?
Really poorly, actually. I'm actually putting the link in the description right now. I'm kind of disappointed because altogether, well, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So between the money I sent him and another about 200 or 300 bucks I gotta send him, we only had about $500 so far, and that kind of pissing me off because we only got like another month to go. So uh, you know, I'm still waiting on the money from Mario Mosin and Ellen Bigay.
Give me. I just got here.
So yeah, I'm still waiting on their donations. You know, I heard Mario said he's
Oh,
taking two tickets.
I thought you already drew the pistol, bro.
No, I didn't. You got the whole September. So come on, folks. We gotta get this. I mean, I thought we're gonna be at like $5,000 and not at $500. Like, this is really pissing me off. Somebody's gonna get a really good deal on this 10 millimeter. So come on, folks. Let's open up your wallets and let's win a nice 10 millimeter, because that's the best millimeter.
You got mine though, right?
Oh, you'll end up getting mine as long as I can remember how to spell your name and how to get it to you. Not like I've never sent you money before.
Yeah, or you can just go through Give Send Go. You can. We got like, I think I got 2 or 3 more people that donated through that. So all in all, I need to get this. I need to get this thing off the ground a little more. So I was kind of hoping Humble Marksman will help me and get in front of his audience. So that was one of the reasons why I went with the Give Send Go, and I have to hone the KB32. He needs to get it up in front of his people as well. You know, and I was kind of hoping the X-Ring would lend a hand as well. So hopefully, you know, I can get this people with more subscribers to do a little magic.
Well, and that was one of the things that I think has kind of hampered that quite a bit. Is it isn't widely known. It isn't out there very much.
I'm doing my best. I don't know why is it so crappy.
You want to grab that link for that and throw it in the side chat too?
I did. Oh, the Give Send Go. Yeah, let me do that. I put a link to the video, so everything is in the description.
There you go.
So we also had the sexiest eyebrows on YouTube join us. How the hell are you, Mario?
Oh man, I'm peachy with no fuzz. I'm doing all right, brother. Man, I appreciate the invite. You're Bruno over there barking. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Hanging in there. Appreciate the invite. Hope everybody's been good.
All we see is Mario looks like What's My Line. We see his silhouette in the background. Y'all, anybody remember What's My Line?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, good times.
What's my
man.
line or who's my or yeah.
Yeah, but by the way, how did your Bulldogs do on week 1 of the college season there, Mr. JH?
They played nobody, so they pretty much won.
Oh, they don't play this week?
They won 48-7 against Tennessee Monroe.
Oh, as a little tune-up game.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice, man.
I kind of like those important games to start the season, don't y'all? I mean,
Yeah, but my thing is, you gotta get your people up to speed first, man. You gotta get that tune-up game first, and then work your way up and see how things are going. So that's good, though, man. It's good to see my boy out there. Oh, Alan, how you doing with your Lakeview's talking about your situation with your CPAP machine. How's that going?
Well, that's actually going very good because I got rid of the facial hair. It will actually seal, and so it is helping significantly. I haven't. I've started to get a little bit more color. I'm starting to see colors better. My disposition is better. I just don't feel um, like cursing every single time my alarm goes off for work. Um, I yeah, it's helping out a lot. With uh, it's it's making a difference.
That's good, man. I'm glad it's working for you.
Me too.
I tried that and it just wouldn't work.
I wonder why. So I was at Walmart this morning, and there was a lady and her teenage son uh, walking around trying to find beard products. So naturally, they asked me about some stuff, and so kind of showed them what they need. She said her husband sent her after beard shampoo, and they were having trouble. He's having trouble with breakage, and so I told him he needed. I told her that he needed more of a balmy type stuff rather than just an oil. If he's having breakage, he needs some intense moisturizing. So
I thought you put like juices and berries to keep that thing going, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what y'all do, man. Because that's how they did in the old country. That's why Scotsman's got his shit all squared away. He puts that blueberries and whatever else he's got going on over there. That's why it looks fabulous.
No, man, it's that's all thanks to Alan. Alan got me hooked up on certain beard care products, and then I switched my soap, and ever since then, it's a good combo right there.
Did you put some Just for Man? Because I'm starting to see less gray.
No, man.
it's just the way the light's shining on it.
Oh, is that what that is?
Trust me, if I do a video, I put it right here, you'll see it.
Oh my God, Just for Man. Hang on, let's get those.
You laughing? I was thinking about that just for men because my beard when it grows a little more is more gray than anything. So I was actually considering it. That's why I like
what on your
short.
beard?
What?
On your facial hair?
Yeah.
No.
One of the reasons why I keep it short all the time. I buzz it off every 2 weeks or so because then it gets too gray.
Bro, it's okay. We're all old. Shit, it's all good, baby. I'm down.
I'm not old. I'm mature.
Oh, is that what that is? You're full of shit, is what you are. But whatever.
Well, less full of shit than you because I lost quite a bit of weight.
I'm not even trying. That's the great thing, I like being festively plump. It's okay.
We can tell you're not trying. You don't have to tell us.
I don't have to try. I don't got to prove shit to anybody. That's the great thing about it.
I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I'm proving shit to myself. I got my physical. I got the doctor from doctor's office. They called me. They read the results, and the nurse was ecstatic because she said she never read such a good and positive results to anybody.
And you're gonna die.
All my results were like perfect. That's what happens when you lose weight and quit drinking.
Well, good for you. Pat yourself on the back there. Happy helper. Jesus fucking guy. Swear to God. Oh, love me. Okay. Well, anyways, so what else is going on with you guys, man? What do y'all got going on this week?
Well, I watched Guns and Gadgets video this morning about this particular subject Info Bros brought up. I'm sitting here looking at a shelf and I can't count.
I don't know what powder or what primers are they talking about.
So how?
See, I can count, Jamie. You're not gonna like this one, but I can count.
Okay,
there you go.
Yeah. First of all, why would we need to report that to the ATF? How would they know if anybody's even reloading and those that are and who aren't?
It's a rule that the ATF put out that you've got to report what you have in your house to the local fire authorities. And then if you decide
That's how they're doing it. Okay.
if you're not going to store stuff at your house anymore, you have 48 hours to tell them that it's no longer stored at your house.
That is so dumb, man. See, they're trying to find any kind of loophole to be able to see what you got. You know, it kind of reminds me of um the whole thing back in the 30s, how they got Capone. They couldn't get him with all the other stuff, so they got him with tax evasion.
Of course.
Hmm.
I'm just curious, like, what they're gonna do? They're gonna send everybody a notice that has a gunpowder at the house, like you have to report it. Like, if I don't follow the news and all that stuff, how am I supposed to know I'm supposed to do shit like that?
You're supposed to.
Well, and how do they know you got it? You know,
that's
the big question right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the dumbest thing. I can just see Fire Marshal Bill showing up at my house. Let me tell you something. Let's just say we put some kerosene on your shirt and we light you on fire. What the hell? What are they thinking, man? Like, no. I swear to God, they're just trying to find any kind of way, and because of the type of people in office, they're trying to find any kind of way. But yet, we're gonna let hundreds of people come in through the border. Man, let's not worry about that shit. You know, let's worry about law-abiding citizens and what they have in their house. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. It's a Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Okay. So how come they don't ask how much booze and tobacco you got stored in your house? And nowhere does it say that they are Bureau of Gunpowder and ammunition. So I'm like, aren't they a little bit out of their jurisdiction?
Firearms is pretty much deals with it. It's kind of like how do I put it? It's in the realm of firearms, powder, all that. Primer.
You missed the point. They're not asking you to report how much booze you got in your house or how many pounds.
I know what you meant, genius, but I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make.
You're not making any sense.
It does make sense. It makes perfect sense.
I know what they're trying to do, man. They're just trying to find any kind of way for them to regulate you. This is the biggest issue that we got going on when we have big government. Big government always wants to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it. It's kind of crazy how the people that worked under the government are the ones that hate and are the most untrusting of the government.
Well, just remember, rules are not law. So there you go. Same thing with mandates; they're not law. Just remember that.
I can guarantee you, all my friends, we are all that same way, man. We do not trust the government. Like, did we work for the government for 20 some freaking years? Like, yeah, still. But anyways.
Yeah, man, talking to all my military friends and that over the years, it's been it was very eye-opening. Yeah, and then dealing with the ATF for the last, I don't know, 10 years, 11 years, whatever it's been. 12 years, 13, 14, I don't know. I've lost count. It's a long time. That's where this happened.
And let me ask you, because I know that before you worked in the industry and stuff like that, like, how often did you actually had to deal with like an actual agent?
Actual agents coming in, probably a handful. Generally, it was, inspections, whatever. I hadn't come in before when we had a firearm stolen. And that was 24 hours of a lot of bullshit. But yeah, it was probably about a handful of times. As far as dealing with them on the phone and all that, that was daily, constantly.
Now I can see why people that work in the industry are always pissed off. Like, they got that "what do you want" freaking attitude, when when you go see them.
Well, we're getting more BS in New York starting September 13th. They getting away with a federal NIC check. They're going to state NIC check, and it's going to include a background check for ammunition purchases as well. And you have to pay for your own background check.
Wow, how convenient.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you go buy a $10 box of 22. Now you gotta pay another, I don't know, $2.50 or $5 or whatever it is for
It's
background check.
interesting. It's interesting how all that crap started in California. Now it's like all of a sudden it's all over the damn place.
Yep.
But you know that thing that actually might get overturned pretty soon. So good news on that front.
Hey, nothing's getting overturned in New York because the Bruin decision came. Our governor gave them big middle finger and came with more bullshit. Now they're coming with more bullshit, and what they're gonna do? They're gonna tax you to a submission. So they're gonna put a tax on the ammo and all that. So you know what? Yes, you can have guns, but you're not gonna be able to afford a concealed carry permit or buy a gun or buy the ammo and all that. That's what they're gonna do. Because that's right now to get a concealed carry permit, it's depending on your instructor and whatnot. It could be anywhere from $800 to $1,200, and that does not include the fees. That does not include the fees for the actual permits. That's just whatever you gotta do to get your training and all that.
And how much longer are you going to be there?
I don't know. Things are kind of effed up right now. I don't want to curse. I'm trying to turn the new leaf. I'm hoping I'm gonna start working my way down south in the spring. A lot of things different how things are gonna turn out in the next 2 or 3 months. So it all boils down how it's gonna how my marriage is gonna go. Let's put it this way: how my marriage or my divorce is gonna go. So it all boils down to that. But starting in the spring, I'm definitely gonna start looking actively to relocate at least part time somewhere in the southern region. So anyone looking to build a house down south, in the spring, look me up.
That's what they want, and that's why I said it does make perfect sense, because they want all of your stuff. They want you to be unarmed and undeplorable and independent.
And I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if you guys heard about this whole nonsense with Newsom and the 28th Amendment. And why is it that all of a sudden he wants to debate DeSantis? So I'm thinking that guy is running for president, and somehow he's going to get the cronies and the Democrats to buy into him.
Of course, he's a freaking Pelosi son-in-law. It's all big freaking conspiracy. It's all big freaking family business. That's all it is. Out of California. Everything's like I'm genuinely worried about the future for my kids. Because me, I'm almost 50, so I'll manage somehow. But where's the country gonna be 20 years plus from now? I don't even want to think, because I've been here for almost 30 years, and the way it changed in 33 freaking years. If it's gonna continue like it is, Jesus Christ, I'll probably be better off moving back to the old country.
That's sad to think that way, man. And you know what's sad is that you're not the only one that thinks that way.
Yeah, we'll be running back to Guatemala.
Oh no, not me. My parents, bro. My parents are thinking about moving back because they don't like the way things are going here. And I'm like, I mean, but I never would ever think them to think that way, because they're the ones that push for us to move here, and now they're thinking differently. And it's like, wow, I would
Yeah,
never
but
think my parents.
now they want to move back because now they have the American dollar. So it's different. But I got friends that were thinking about going back to Ecuador, but supposedly Ecuador is not that great because of all the crap with the cartels and all that going on down there.
Yeah. Most of the coke production has moved to Peru and Ecuador,
Yeah,
and
so
Peru is actually the country that's doing a lot of the counterfeit dollars and stuff. Pretty interesting.
So
Peru.
here's a question for the panel. You guys seen that thing from Ohio when the cop shot a pregnant woman?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, was she using the car as a as a weapon? Is that the reason why he shot her? I didn't see the whole thing. I just kind of overheard the.
Well, the way the video was, it says there was a flash mob stealing from the store. She took some booze. She was in the car. Two cops were yelling at her, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" One cop was in front of the car with a weapon drawn, and she moved forward. I mean, she didn't really move super aggressively. So from legal standpoint, I'd say he was justified because she was behind the wheel and she moved forward. But from moral standpoint, I mean, he could have done about 2 million other things than shoot her. And I'm pretty sure the guy's regretting himself, because he shot a pregnant woman and killed her
Yeah,
and an unborn
yeah.
baby. So that's gotta be really screwed up for him.
And I think it doesn't matter what legally happens to him. I think he has to live with that for the rest of his life. Like,
Well, not only that, but I don't think he belongs on the street because he's a trigger happy guy. He's just like the cop, was it like 2 years ago when they shot the guy in the car while he was reaching for his concealed carry permit or something like that, or for his
Mhm.
driver's license. And meantime, he told him he's a concealed carry carrier, and they shot him. So I mean, some of these some of
But
these some of these cops are too trigger happy.
oh, absolutely, and it's a horrible thing to happen. I'm like, I'm not justifying her actions, but I really don't. I really critique the actions of the police officer because I think he could have done a myriad of things to make that thing better. I mean, could have shot the tires of the car, could have done so many other things. I mean, I
He
don't
could
know.
have just stepped out of the way. They had a license plate and everything or whatever.
Yeah,
I absolutely, I can see if there would be like an actual thug behind the wheel and he would just floor it and all
yeah,
that. Yeah, 100% right. But
yeah.
that's just from, like, I would say, from tactical standpoint. This was not the situation.
No, it
You know,
wasn't.
you had
Not
a
at all.
big mouth. You had a big mouth lady behind the wheel. That was it.
Yep,
Yeah. So
exactly. And it's unfortunate because you know it everything's just bad about the whole situation. It really saddens me. I'm just kind of curious. I'm just not curious, but I'm just like wondering. Can you imagine some of the stuff we would not know if the body cams wouldn't have been available to the public? Crazy.
speaking of that, anybody ever FOIA request the body cam footage?
Your lawyer can request it if for some reason you're going into a legal situation. Your
Oh,
lawyer
it's
can.
got, never mind the legal situation. What if I
Mhm.
want it for my personal use?
You can justify. Yeah, you can request it.
I don't have to justify shit. If I'm the one on the freaking camera, I don't have to justify it. I just want it. End of story.
No, but you have to be part of the incident in order for
Well,
them to give you that.
yes, I'm the part of the incident. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're part of the incident, as I understand it, if you're part of the incident, you can go and request that footage. You got to fill out some forms, and of course, give them investigation fees so that they can find out if they even have the footage and be able to be able to get it to you. Of course, they're going to make it difficult for you in order to do it. Um, but theoretically, yes, you have a right to that footage.
Ah, you can do it online. How convenient.
Yeah, Michael, I think anyone can. I think it's a FOIA request.
Yeah, FOIL request. I'm looking at it right now. I have to look into it. I'm just curious. I don't know. Looking at it online doesn't look like it's that difficult. So I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah, getting footage from a store is not easy. There's a lot of hoops you got to go through for that.
I guess I'll find out.
So, what were you shooting when you were out there with KB, man? I saw you were shooting a shotgun. You shoot anything else?
Yeah, I had my 3 gun AR, but the microphone died, and I kind of surprised the kid because he's got a really nice AR with a proof barrel, literally half the weight of mine. He topped off with that beautiful primary arms ACSS scope. I mean, that thing's like $1,500, man. Nice glass. My rifle was a freaking Yugo compared to his, but you know what? I held my own. He put the targets up at 3, 4, and 500, and I just went bang, 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 and forward, backwards, no problem. That AAC ammo, 77 grain from PSA for $10.99 a box. If you guys have the money, grab it. Grab as much as you can afford. It's not even worth reloading. It matches with the BDC like there's no tomorrow, and that's all I used. I used the BDC in my scope on my Athlon 1 to 10, and it worked like a charm, no problem. I'm zeroed at 200, and I went right there, 3, 4, 5, and back and forward, no issues.
Well, due to the InstaFace, I noticed today a posting from Coda. Apparently, he went down during a match, took a face plant. He posted a link showing his legs all cut up and bleeding. Um, First time he's ever been DQ'd at a match, and yeah, it did not look good, brother. Did not look good.
He had a couple of bruises on his knees. That's it. He's a big boy. He'll shake it off.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man. That's a lot of weight falling down. So you shoot anything past 500, or you just shoot up to 500?
I only shot up to 500 because that's all we're gonna be shooting at the match down in South Carolina. So really, that's all. I was just wanting to make sure I know where to hold. And because last time I shot down there, anything that was past 300, 400, I did semi okay, but anything past that, I couldn't hit a damn thing because I had no idea where to hold. So I was really just concerned with that. I didn't want to go past that. Plus, we were kind of got there late, and we were running out of daylight, and he was messing with the shotgun first. So yeah, it was still fun. I mean, I got done what I was looking for. I mean the 5.56 really, you're not gonna be shooting consistently at 600-700 yards. I mean, it's doable, but
Yeah, it's doable, but shit, not many people can hit it.
Yeah, Info Bros, that was a 25 round magazine, I believe. Steve, I have no idea what a spam cam's going for right now, man. I haven't bought it in a while.
I don't think there's even. I'm sure there's a shortage of it because there's that whole Russian blockade of ammunition. But I've kind of been noticing there's still Tula ammo, so I don't know if it's like stuff that they had in warehouses and they're finally reselling. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be. I haven't been to the store in a while. I'd have to ask Daniel, but
PSA's got some ammo sales going on right now. They had a pretty decent deals on 9mm and some 7.62 by 39. So Steve's Woodworking, you might want to check out the PSA. They got some Labor Day sales. As a matter of fact, I've been kind of bombarded with emails from everybody. QBO Tactical, they have like 20 or 25% off the entire website. Ted Tactical had 25% off their parts. You know, PSA. I mean, you name it. Any major manufacturer or supplier that had anywhere from 15 to 20% off for pretty much the entire website. Me, I'm gonna hold up for a Black Friday because I'm broke, so I'm gonna save some money and stock up on a Black Friday.
Yeah, I've been seeing all kinds of. I get a bunch of emails every day, probably close to 100 plus. It's ridiculous, but yeah, there's all kinds of sales out there right now. I mean, you got to look at it though. You got to think about when you say it's a sale. You got to think about it. Remember what prices used to be. So the sale is really not that great necessarily.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I was at the Cabela's. They actually had a small rifle primers, small pistol primers, and they even had a federal ones. But it was $80 a thousand, which, all things considered, it's not a bad price. I think that's pretty much new normal, especially for the federal. I mean, I think they were small pistol Magnum, but
Yeah, I know. At least the last time I talked to Daniel, they were 65 a thousand
for CCIs.
For CCI, I don't know what federal is. I haven't looked at federal. I said I haven't been out there in a minute. I do got to get out there at some point, though. I got a couple things I got to do. Got a couple of gifts that showed up that are for me and for Daniel, and so ain't gonna see that video till I get out there.
Somebody gotta start sending me some gifts because I feel neglected.
Well, if you stop being an asshole, maybe somebody would.
I learned that from you, Mario.
I don't know, man. I guess you haven't been watching my videos because I don't have that problem.
So how's work going for you, man? You've been doing decent with work at least? You?
Nah, not a whole lot. I mean, the house, the sale fell through. Working with the second buyer, so the contracts hopefully will be signed this week and next week, and probably another 2-3 weeks till the closing. Hopefully this time it'll go through because this year just sucks. Like everything that could go wrong went wrong this year. This is like this year's cursed. And
when did you finish that house? Did you finish it like in
November? House been finished since November.
Yeah. Damn.
The house been sold 3 times. 3 times it's been sold and 3 times it fell through. So, it's just cursed. So hopefully this
Don't
time
say that, bro. Don't say that.
it's working, so I can go work on the last one. And work's been kind of scarce, to be honest. People are kind of afraid to spend money. I mean, I have a handful of jobs here and there, just barely paying bills. I gotta start selling some guns. Anybody want to buy some guns? Hit me up. Send me an email. Everything's for sale. For sale, not on sale.
Old soldier, if you like 10 millimeter, get on the Valve's drive. Get over there. Send him some money.
There you go. Told old soldier, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing but love for the 10 millimeter, man. Nothing but love.
Yeah, everybody likes that. I love 10 millimeter too, man. And I shot that thing out of a Glock, and it was nice. I can just imagine it, in a nice Kimber like that one over there. I'll hit you up on next Friday, bro. Trust me, I'm gonna get in.
Yeah, those are famous words from the Mexican. Trust me, senor. I know what I'm doing. Sorry,
Listen,
Mario.
folks,
You walk into
I'm
that
just
one.
a supervisor here. I don't make promises. I just tell you.
Okay, Jefe.
Oh my God, shit show supervisor over there. Look at that. That's lovely. I love that hand pointing, man. Oh my God, coordinator of the entire shit show. Wow, you weren't just the director of shit show.
Oh man, I gotta go get my coffee cup.
Yeah, why don't you go do that, cranky fuck?
I'm not cranky.
Okay.
Old soldier, you're not buying a whole thing, man. It's just donating and seeing if you win.
Hey, there you go. You don't have to buy one. Just donate. Right now, your odds are pretty good. Only freaking 10 people in. So, and the way we going, I doubt there's gonna be barely gonna get enough. I probably would be better just selling that gun, get more money to the guy. So if we
Yeah, I
don't
don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know why it's been that way. It's super
I don't
weird.
know. I mean, I understand it's $50. People are, but $50 is like Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, $50, barely gets you freaking full tank in a little subcompact car.
No, I wouldn't say that it's that at all. I wouldn't say that it's that at all. Part of it, I think, was timing. There was a lot of different people doing a lot of different things. We're all at the same time, instead of how it normally goes about, where it all gets consolidated into one bigger thing. And just the fact that it hasn't been promoted very much. It hasn't been put out there very much.
Why don't you just say
So
nobody's watching this fucking video?
I think you got the right idea of trying to get the bigger channels out there to do some pimping for it.
Yeah, I just kind of sent some Instagram text, so hopefully. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll push it another month to get more money. I would really like to get a couple of grand to the guy. Like I said, I don't care about getting money back for the gun. It's not about that. I just want to help the guy out the best I can. And it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's a beautiful gun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think you did the right thing setting up a give, send, go, because I know some people are kind of weary about sending checks or whatever. And so I think you did the right thing there. Only reason I didn't do that was I was having kind of issues on the site and stuff. But we still need, as far as what we're doing over here on this end, we still need 3450 to reach the goal.
Well, I mean, everybody out there, honestly, I have sent professional amateur a chunk of cash because he knew a guy that had a press that I wanted to buy, and all that money went towards the press. Yet he spent his time, his effort, his gas to go get it shipped to me. I mean, that's the type of guy Val is. You're, even if you do just cut him a check, it's going to where he says it's going.
And all I can say is, Alan, holy shit! I gotta edit your, because I put your name, because everybody that donated money, I put the name in the description of the original video. So I need to, and if it just says your name, that means you donated $50. If it says times something, that means how many entries you got. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm pretty sure Ellen don't want me to advertise that, but if you wanna go check out the original video.
Oh,
Please don't
going for
dance.
that copyright infringement.
Don't dance, please.
That Viva la Loca. So, Scotsman, you been doing anything other than working?
Working like a dog. That's about it, man. I did run a heart rounds off the Dillon the other day. That's about all I did. I'm trying to get the 45 set up on Willie's press, but I'm trying to get the powder measure figured out because it won't drop it. And he had it set up a certain way, and I'm trying to figure it out so I can get it to drop. If I can get that figured out, then we'll rock and roll some 45 out too. And I got all kinds of bullets for 45. Between CW and between MCK, yeah, I got ridiculous amount of bullets to load up. There'll be some 45 Colt too. There'll be plenty of that.
Call Kyle.
I think we're gonna go with a powder that Jamie's not really a fan of, with the 45 Colt.
Get rid of that stuff.
I got 4 pounds of it, so we got to burn through it because they ain't making it no more. So
I got a bottle over there, but I'm gonna give it to Chico. I think he was talking about he loves it in 300 blackout suppressed. I'm like, that's just weird, man.
have you ever shot suppressed?
I have not.
It's a different world, man. It's awesome. It is freaking awesome. I will tell you though, if you do it on a pistol, it's really weird because of how it sits, and generally, even with suppressor height sights, you're still gonna have to really play around as far as your point of aim. It's a pain in the ass, but it's a lot of fun. It gets super dirty super fast. A couple magazines and your gun's gonna be black.
Well, and when this can comes in of mine that's sitting in ATF jail right now, I expected immediately first thing it's going to go on is the PO7. It's set up with the threaded barrel and the suppressor height sights. Ultimately, where it's going to live, I haven't quite decided yet. I did plan on the PO7 becoming the suppressor host, and if I like it, I might just get another one to circle around, because then I can not worry too much about iron sights and start rolling with all the dots that I have. Then again, I might get a rugged 45 just so that I can, I don't know. I kind of want to suppress the X10.
Andrew brings up an interesting comment about why don't they make more for revolvers. Uh, it's an interesting one because not a lot of revolvers have a threaded barrel.
It wouldn't do a whole lot of good because of the cylinder gap. When the
Yeah,
cylinder
you're gonna have some gas issues there too, big time.
that would a suppressor on the end of a revolver
You got to
barrel.
find a way to close that gap. Pat RMG, if you go back and watch Pat RMG, he had one, but it was this weird contraption, but it closed over the cylinder to close all that gap up and keep all the gas inside, so it's not blowing out. I don't know if that guy's going commercial with it or what he's doing with it, but like I said, Pat RMG had that on his channel. Nagants are a little different, Andrew. So Nagants, the whole thing moves together. It shifts to close that gap. So with a Nagant, it would be very easy because that whole cylinder moves to close the gap up.
Yeah, it's easy with that 25-pound trigger pull going on there.
But you know what? I like that 25-pound pull. Maybe because I'm used to it. 'Cause all I've ever had is GI triggers, and I got used to that sucker. So I don't know. When I shoot mine, it's like I like it. I don't know.
That's one I would love to get my hands on.
Mosin?
Yeah, the pistol revolver.
Oh, okay. But that's got like a funky round. It's like 7.62 by what? What is it? It's like a weird round. I don't know. Just looks weird. But yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting firearms, that's for sure.
Have a good night, old soldier.
Yeah, it's interesting how it all mechanically works together, but it works really good. I've seen a couple of them over the years, and it's a very interesting design.
I know. Every time I look at that pistol, all I can think about is that movie. What's it called? The one with the guy's a sniper with a Mosin. What's it called? Enemy at the Gates or something like that. And the guys are retreating, and the officers are shooting their own people. I'm like, wow, that's some crazy stuff, man. It's definitely different times because we never see that now.
So CW's got an interesting thing he threw out there that Mark Thomas jumped on. Y'all got squirrel guns?
No.
For a squirrel gun, I guess I got my Ruger 1022.
Yeah, that's what I got.
That'd be a good squirrel gun right there. Of course, the Anaconda does a really good job at deferring them.
I was gonna say they'll take care of it all in one swipe.
Sometimes, especially when you're at close range, man, the low 22 will destroy that freaking squirrel, man. Like you gotta be far away for it to not, at least keep it in one piece kind of thing. I've heard of a lot of people actually use air rifles or like Crossmans or something like that. Those are more effective, I guess. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. When mom called, you got to pick up.
They seem to have made a ton and a half of advances with a lot of different air rifles these days. And so for like squirrels, yeah, air rifles would probably be like the way to go.
Yeah, one guy check out and see. He does one every Sunday, Air Gun Sunday, but 6-shooter Texan. He delves into that. He's built his own. He's he's a master at it for sure. It's very cool.
Yeah, the problem with the air rifles, especially the high end ones, is it's the pressure. You can't just take your freaking Home Depot air compressor and fill them up. That's a problem. You need basically scuba tank kind of gear to fill it up. I mean, they came a long way. I mean, you get a 50 caliber. You can take down deer. You can take down bigger game with the air rifle these days. It's just you need the right equipment to charge it.
Right, and there's a way to tune it too. He did a tuning. He's done a couple different tuning videos as well, but there's ways to tune them up and get them set the way you want and get the feet per second and all that you want.
Yeah, I read on 8888. They did a video back in the day when they were testing air rifles at a couple hundred yards through like a half-inch plywood. So I'm sure they came a long way since then. And the nice thing is, it's not considered like a firearm, so you can have it shipped to your house.
Right, and one thing to be aware of, and I've told folks this over the years, and there's plenty of videos out there that prove my point. Don't put a regular rifle scope on a freaking air rifle. It will not work right. It will break, and it will break quick. The way that those work, how they cycle, there's a lot more going on than you think there is, and they break regular rifle scopes. You have to buy an air gun scope.
That's fact.
Who knew? I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. Learn something every day.
Yeah, it's the way to do with how it's set up and how it all flows through it. So, the recoil, if you will, the way that it goes through that rifle, it will destroy a regular rifle scope. They're not designed for it.
The recoil impulse is completely opposite of a traditional rifle.
Yeah. When you look at how reticles are set up, and I don't know how much you guys know about scopes, but generally on a regular rifle scope, it's got to be held in with 2 points. On an air rifle scope, it's held in on 4 points.
Apparently, Illinois has restriction on air rifles. Why does that not surprise me?
So these guys that hunt deer with air rifles, they carry this tank out there with them. So there's a tank in the stand with them, and they drop them. But best squirrel rifle is a Marlin Model 60 22 long rifle for my money. Decent scope.
I mean, you can probably take the squirrels down with the rimfire, the 22, the super colibri, that's super quiet, real low power. I mean, 2 of them will take down the rat, no problem, out of the revolver. Even 1 of them will take it if you hit it right.
Well, I know my the Marlin Model 60 I had in Arizona. That thing was a rabbit killing machine. That thing just jackrabbits didn't stand a chance against that Model 60. It just,
I'm kind of like Alan. I don't really have any squirrel guns, but I guess I could pull one of the Model 29s and they'll take care of it.
Not if you're planning on eating tonight, Scott.
No one said anything about eating.
Not eating no damn bushy rat. I'm good.
Don't say you
I'd
won't.
turn a squirrel into pink mist.
Yeah.
So does the squirrel taste just like chicken?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know, Jamie. Do you know?
No, it doesn't.
No, you don't, or no, it doesn't taste like chicken.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
Ah, okay.
What's it taste like?
Tastes like a squirrel.
Well, how much freaking meat is on a squirrel? It's like the guy I sold a house to from Ecuador. They eat guinea pigs. He must have like 200 guinea pigs and next to his house.
Dude.
And I'm like, dude, like how much freaking meat you get from those guinea pigs? Like it's gotta be more labor intensive than like how much meat you get? Like this is gotta be a lot of freaking work for what? For 2 bites?
Poor Rodney.
Yeah, when I saw it, I mean, I kid you not, it was like 200 guinea pigs. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, my daughter's got 3 of them as a pet. He goes, no, we eat them. I'm like, don't tell that to my daughter.
No, man, in South America, I went on a mission trip in Peru. You go to some of these small restaurants in these little towns up in the mountains. They have a guinea pig pen, and it's like a lobster tank. You pick out the one you want, and they bring it to the table prepared. So it's a delicacy. But I got to argue with my buddy Steve over there. He says squirrel's better than rabbit. I disagree. I like rabbit better than squirrel.
I was gonna say I've never had squirrel, but I can tell you right now, rabbit's pretty dang tasty. So I'm gonna stick with rabbit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with a chicken, pig, and cow. How about that?
Hey, I don't mind an occasional bear, but yeah, chicken, pig, cow, that's kind of the standards.
deer,
And I mean pig, not guinea pig, a real pig. Actually, gator. I had a gator bite down in Tennessee. That was actually pretty good. I never had like anything else from the gator.
Gator's good, but I'll tell you the best meat I ever ate was elk. Elk is probably some of the best you'll ever eat. I was doing a bar tour in Oregon when I was in Oregon, and I went to the restaurant there, and they had elk burgers. They're like, "How you want it cooked?" I'm like, "Tell the chef do what he wants to do. He knows best." And I'll tell you, it's probably one of the best freaking burgers I ever ate in my life.
It was a burger. You had no idea what they put in it.
Yeah, I love deer meat. I can eat a deer steak as quick as I can eat a cow steak, but I'm telling you, given my choice between whatever, I'll take elk over just about anything I've had.
1 minute.
Alan, did you buff that out? Or did you just let it fly?
I pretty much just let it fly. The way I ended up driving away with it, I pretty much left it fly.
You have an excellent, interesting story as to what happened. So anytime someone asks, it's quite the story.
Yeah, and the timing of it was like impeccable. So yeah, that's always a good thing. Now I've never ate camel, but I would have eaten that motherfucker.
Hell no, you don't want to eat that.
Before we get to Bo, Alan, we're about halfway through. You want to go through the side chat, brother?
Absolutely. That is if the YouTubes will let me see what the list is, because for some ungodly reason they're against me. Abigail out there, Andrew out there, Fuzz Fork 8, the Lakeview Outdoors, Steve's Woodworking. We've had a lot of good people out in the side chat, lots and lots of good people. Ozzy Osbourne and Ron Wayne out there for a hot minute. We had Michael Hurtneck out there, Garage Guy 879. Yeah, it's rolling pretty good out there. Good to see everybody out tonight.
Yeah, Daniel, nothing beats backstrap. So, Daniel, what's going on, brother?
Hey, just had company, just left, and I come in here. You're talking about eating deer, and I'm thinking, boy, too bad you wasn't here for tonight. Backstrap. Oh yeah, it's getting to be that time of year, end of the month. Oh boy. So how's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for having me on, and hey, had company tonight, man.
It's all good, brother.
Jamie, backstrap.
I know, right? I think I'm gonna do one tomorrow.
I'm telling you, Daniel, this year's the year, man. It's happening. Fucking happening.
We'll find out. I mean, if I got to sit there and video, this is where I'm hunting tonight, and I'll be smoking my cigarette, drinking my coffee, and filming all the deer running by. That was too small. And then, okay, the next night I'll move you there, and I'll sit where you were, and I'll film all the deer there. It's the aura you give off.
Yeah, it's going to happen, man. This year's the year.
Man, I tell you what kills me is I go to all this trouble of cleaning all my hunting stuff, getting a shower with the no scent and all that stuff, spraying my boots and all that stuff down, and go out there and see maybe 2 or 3 deer and don't shoot one. And one of my buddies gets one, and he's sitting there smoking a cigar, drinking a cup of coffee, took a dump right at the bottom of the tree. I mean, what are you going to do?
It's not smell, it's UV. If you use that UV brighteners on anything you were wearing, you're glowing and they see it.
Yeah, it's that blue.
Jamie, he's the same way, man. Literally, he'll sit out there and smoke a freaking cigarette, and deer will walk right in front of him. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there, and deer don't come anywhere near me.
It's either that or all that beard oil.
Too? Damn.
It's all that beard oil you got in. They don't like it.
It is all about
Generally during hunting season, I don't put anything in it. I just do the regular wash, but I don't put anything in it. During hunting season, I try to stay away from all that.
Have you tried wearing a hat?
I think I'm gonna wear a kilt. Wear a kilt for good luck.
Just don't wear anything blue and stay downwind.
Yeah, blue jeans is bad. If you're wearing blue jeans, you got to be sitting in a blind.
Well, theoretically, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to eat up the last of last year's deer.
Well, how's that
Wait a
working
minute.
for you?
Oh, pretty good. I only got 1 backstrap left, about 2 roast, and a bunch of trail bologna and deer sticks that Scotsman never took with him when he went home. Still sitting there.
Yeah, I forgot. I'll get them when I come down this time. I gotta come down and see you here soon. I got gifts for you. I got more gifts for you in the mail.
People, do not send me stuff. Don't send me stuff.
Yeah, I got gifts beyond gifts, man. It's freaking ridiculous.
Send them stuff and then send those packing peanuts with it just to piss
My
them
thing
off
is, why you keep sending it to me to take to him? Come on, like.
Because I don't put my address out there.
Well, you need to think about that, Daniel. Because Scotsman gets it sent to his post office box, and then it sits there for 3 or 4 weeks before he finally makes it by there to get it.
Yeah, because they call him and tell him, "Hey, come pick up shit."
Yeah, he knows. No. Usually people text me and go, "Hey, you got a package?" Oh shit. Okay.
I got to watch this dog. He's getting a little too close to this bowl of backstrap.
If you don't tell me it's coming, I'm not going to go check it. I generally check it once a week or once every 2 weeks, unless you tell me something's coming.
Yeah. For hunting, I might put some videos up there, but it's probably going to be on a different channel that I put it up. Let's do my gun stuff here. The other folks know what my other channel is. So if they're interested in hunting kind of stuff, it'll be on there. I just don't like it when my channel gets too big. I like the interaction with the people.
Put up a couple of reloading videos and you can start over, buddy.
If you reload, you know what I'm doing when I'm doing a rant, because you can see my hand going like this and hear the clunk, clunk. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I got to take down my last video. One guy there told me it was an A-class run. I got the thing and I looked at the numbers there and I did it myself. No, it was a C. It was a C classifier. But you'd have figured that a hit factor of a 7.8 would be, at least a B or something. No, that one there you had to have an 8.4.
Well, so why do you have to take the video down?
Huh? Because I put on there, it's like my first A-class classifier. I was all proud of it. All I had to
That's just clickbait.
Yeah. But hey, if I would have been a half a second faster, it would have been a B-class run. But I ran it in 4.5 seconds instead of 4.
All right, Battlebean, talk about your podcast again, man.
Yeah, what's going on? Hey guys, just want to let you guys know about my podcast I got going on. It's called Veterans Point of View. You guys are able to find it on Spotify, Amazon, Alexa. What is it? Quite a few platforms, and also on Buzzsprout. So if you guys can, please check it out. Trying to get some guests in there soon. I've been a little bit busy because I just started a new job, but we're gonna start getting get more active on it. But I would appreciate everybody's support on it if you guys can check it out. Appreciate it.
Heck yeah, man, it's a good thing you're doing, and I hope more people jump on it. All right, so Bo, other than having people over, what have you been up to, man?
Oh, let's see here. Mowing grass. Went up, took the wife for a road trip up to Lake Erie Friday. She wanted go up to see the water, see a lighthouse. So we went up there by Port Clinton to go up there and see that lighthouse. And boy, that was a treat. The lighthouse was 15 foot tall, 15 foot square. Yeah. But hey, we went out, had dinner, spent just basically, having time with the wife. Nothing much is going on here. Right now I'm setting up here. I got to mute this thing. Okay, I'm muted. I want to get the pop out chat so I can see everybody. There, I got it. But not much. I shot my last match for the year. Of course, I put that video up, and I learned about competition shooting, and now I'm not uncomfortable about it, and I'm not as frustrated as I was at the beginning. So I'm having my range doubled in size, and then I want to be building some walls to set up so I can set stages up and just start working on that and make it more enjoyable here in the backyard.
If you need pallets or whatever, let me know and I'll see what I can do about getting pallets from work.
No, I won't need pallets. I want to build the stuff exactly the way they do at the competitions.
You get you buy a bunch of 1x2s and a couple of squares of plywood, and you get that orange barricade stuff, and you build the walls out of that, and you build them for virtually nothing, really on a cheap. I did the same thing at my old range. I think I built all the walls, all the stages. I probably had like 30 bucks.
Oh, for a minute, that's. Oh, okay. Hi, dog. Woof, woof. Woof, woof.
Oh, my son's leaving. So they're working away. Can you hear the wife in the background?
No, I hear the dog.
Down there feeding the goats and putting the ducks to bed. So, yeah, down there.
Hey Daniel, I got a nice swinging target I can sell you for cheap. You might have to come pick it up though.
When are you going to make it out here to do a shoot?
Oh, maybe.
Well, the nationals and everything are held.
Yeah, well, the nationals kind of got sold out too early. But I have a trailer full of freaking steel targets, and I got a swinger target, and I got a bunch of target stands, and I got virtually no place to use it, and it'll be a while before I'll actually use it. You know.
Yeah. So it's the way.
I tell you what, man. If you really want to get rid of that stuff, maybe we can work out something. But I'll meet you halfway in PA.
Well, maybe I'll make a weekend out of it and drive down to Ohio.
Yeah, I can meet you halfway. I wouldn't drive the whole way. I ain't got gas for that, but I'd meet you halfway.
Well, let's see what the next couple of weeks will go like.
All right. Yeah, well, just get with me and we'll figure something out, man. We'll work it out.
Daniel, what's your zip code?
Oh, 44864. In the heart of Ohio.
Perrysville, Ohio?
Mm-hmm. It's the redneck ghetto.
Oh, that's not bad. 8 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, Abigail, out here in Iowa, some of the farmers do exactly that. From what I understand, from some of the people that I know that do hunt deer out here, you just go up, knock on their door, and ask them, "Hey, you got any problems with deer?" And they'll swing deals with you.
Or you can do what I do, Abby. On the other side of the drive there, that's all corn, and half of that stays up for the year. And behind the house is apple and pear trees.
What in the Sam's heck is on the railing behind you?
Oh, a camera. That there? That way you can. It goes on. It hooks into the Wi-Fi and hit it on the phone. That way you can look at the goats, no matter where you're at. We got cameras in the goat barns too. Comes in handy, especially when you got pregnant goats.
We got Christian out there. We got AOK out there.
That's strange that you watch your goats on closed circuit television.
Yeah. Hey, when they're having babies and they go, we lost a baby in the spring because it was too big for the mama to deliver. So you run cameras. So if they ever run into trouble, you can get right on top of it and save them.
So I think after all this time, folks, I think I figured out what I want to do with that gift card.
You gonna buy another camera?
I still have that gift card.
What you got to buy Wi-Fi cameras?
Another camera for the goat?
No, so I think what I'm gonna do is I want to get into cowboy action shooting too. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy another single action because you gotta have two. I only have one, so I gotta buy another single action and I gotta buy a double barrel shotgun. So we'll We'll probably go with a Stoker as far as double barrel. Just it's not super expensive, and they'll do the job. And then we'll put the rest of it on a single action.
You gonna do cowboy action in the kilt?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And he's gonna have one of those really long freaking. Oh no, you got the hats in the back. Do those fit you? Mr. Holster's hats, do they fit you?
Yeah, man, I got Mr. Holster's hat right here.
Yeah, he wears them all the time.
Oh, look at that. Go ahead with your best, Mr. Marlboro man.
So I looked up my closest to me cowboy action shooting places in Ringgold, Georgia, which is about an hour north. So I sent them an email, see if they get back in touch with me. Told them I was looking to get started.
Yeah, Christian, it does, man. And the more and more I look at it, the more and more I want to do it. So we're gonna make that happen, man.
Are you going to use 45 Colt?
Hell yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's what I got. That's what I'm going with. I already got the lever. I already got the lever for it, and all the rest of it. So.
Well, now you're going to have to reload your shotgun stuff, so you're going to have to get the reloading press for the shotgun, aren't you?
I got so much shotgun ammo, it's not even funny. I'm not gonna have to reload that shit for a long time. The last time I got a score on that stuff, I got quite the score. So back in the day when I used to go out and do those things and get scores, I got quite a bit of shotgun. I'm probably good for quite a while.
I paid $126 freaking for a case of 12 gauge target loads on Friday because I needed the case for a Pro M3 gun. Because all I got is my reloads. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
When I scored that big score, that was I think I bought 6 cases, and I was less than 70 bucks.
Mute your mic, Daniel. Damn it, boy.
That's what I was about.
Yeah, I think I was like 70 bucks out the door for 6 cases.
Yeah, I should have stocked up when Walmart was still selling it, but no, I never bought it because I wasn't shooting shotgun that much.
They still sell it.
And I still don't shoot shotgun. They don't sell shotgun around here. They're empty. They got a handful of boxes. That's it. And I still don't.
Yeah, this is back when I was learning from Chico and others, and going out and hunting down stuff, and that's what that was, man. That was that score.
Well, once I move it and I do a little more 3-gun, I'll need it. Right now I shoot a shotgun twice a year. I mean, I used to shoot the 2-gun match, but they got away from that at that club. They stopped doing the 2-gun match, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah, I just got to check and see what shotgun ammo they want used specifically.
I don't think they care. Number 7, number 8 shot. I mean, you want the light loads. You're not knocking down anything. You just gotta hit the steel. That's all.
Right. I just want to make sure, but everything I have is like 7.5 shot.
6-shooter Texan said anything from 5 shot down.
Okay.
So like 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So I'll be okay with everything. Yeah, I got ammo out the wazoo. I'm good, man.
You do have to knock that plate over, but there's nothing holding it up much.
Right.
So it don't take a whole lot. I'm wanting number 4 buckshot. They ain't gonna let you in there with that. Double up.
Well, you don't need a lot to knock the steel down. So I bet you a lot of them just load their own stuff, kind of light, so it barely knocks the steel over. That's all.
Yeah, they load her down.
Yeah, and eventually I'll probably get in the shotgun reload, and I just haven't got there yet. I just got so much of it, I really don't need to worry about it right now. But I'll keep all the holes and the rest of it, and then whenever it comes time, I'll get to it.
I got 2 presses for the shotgun as well. Shotgun's kind of pain in the butt.
It's different, ain't it?
You gotta be careful, otherwise you're gonna wind up with a freaking shot all over the floor, all over your desk, and everywhere. So you
All right,
really,
so
you really gotta pay more attention than metallic reloading.
So for any of you guys that do reload shotgun, this is a great question. So Lakeview wants to know, what is a recommended press?
The red one.
A Mech 600 Junior, or if you're wanting a budget way in, the Lee Loadalls do what you need it to do. And that's $70. But you'll outgrow that pretty fast and you'll want a Mech. Thorzak's talking about he's got a 650, a Mech 650, which is more of a progressive style than the Mech 600 Junior. But the 600 Junior is, I have one that I haven't used yet. The few shells that I have reloaded have been on the Lee Loadall. But I hear that you can get much more consistent crimps with the Mechs.
I just found I found that when you on the Mac when you resizing the holes, it doesn't really, I guess it depends on the holes as well, but it doesn't really resize the brass size, the brass portion on the bottom. And I know with my shotgun, that's like it wasn't that big of a deal, but maybe one out of 10 wouldn't go in the battery because that brass ring would be a little bit more expanded, brass or aluminum, whatever it is. But most of them ran. I mean, in a double barrel probably won't be a problem. In a semi-auto, I had a few issues here and there.
So like right now, the Mac 600 Junior is going for about $260 on Amazon. Just not horrible.
No, I was on eBay about a month or so ago looking for them, and they were about $350 brand new. And you could get used ones anywhere from $100 on up, but they were in various states of disrepair or whatever use.
Scotsman, just hit me up. I'll send you one. I'll just pay the shipping. I'll send you the press all set up for 12 gauge. Might need a little lubing and a little tweaking because it's been sitting for God knows how long. But just hit me up. I'll send you the thing. I'll put it in the box and ship it over. It's all
right,
set up. Just gotta might have to mess with it a little bit.
All right, I can do that. I appreciate it, brother.
He's such a nice asshole, I tell you. Nice.
He is, man. He is. He's a Russian asshole, but he's a very nice Russian asshole.
I'm not Russian, you assholes.
Tell that to Vladimir.
Hey, Vladimir's kicking ass in Ukraine.
Yeah, he is.
My buddy's
I'm sick of seeing
all the way to the bank.
I'm sick of seeing all the BS coming out about Ukraine, man. It's just fucking nuts. And of course, they just want more.
Man, that guy's a world class beggar, dude. I swear to God,
listen,
I hate that dude.
Blue and green.
It's a world class. It's a world class area for them to freaking funnel money, man. That's all it is. Funneling.
That's very interesting. 6-shooter Texan. He says he only loads 3F black powder and roll crimps, so the Lee works great for him. And if do you roll crimp with a drill press? I know you do.
Who?
6-shooter Texan. I bet he's using a drill press or maybe a hand drill.
Dorzax, he can deny it all he wants. We all know he is.
Chessboard says they had the 650X for $279 on eBay a while back.
That's just like we have our resident Mexican.
Yeah, whatever.
Mini drill press. 6, I got that bench top one from Harbor Freight. That's what I'm going to use to roll crimp. And you can buy these dies or hole punches to just make your own overshot cards. Wish I knew what size they were.
That's a pretty good view behind you there.
Yeah, it is. Nice sunset.
Oh my God, so romantic.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it off of mute here. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
everything in the foreground is hideous, but that background is phenomenal.
Hey, you got to have a little bit of ugly to show the beauty. It's really nice when there's a thunderstorm going by, except when you get hit by lightning.
I can see you getting hit by lightning. Yeah.
Oh, I came in the house, I was smoking. I mean, the steam and everything was coming off on me and my wife because the lightning came down and it went in fingers all the way around the house here. And I'm standing barefooted in water by the chimney. And it's like I was brain dead for 6 months. Okay, come on.
Abigail, if I was you, if you're going to RCBS, I'd just go to RCBS as well on the dies.
Yeah,
RCBS has pro sets of dies and so on and so on. They have all kinds of different things out there. I stick with RCBS.
Yeah, that's what I have, RCBS, and it's more gooder.
Yeah, I shoot my 308. I load all my stuff on my single stage RCBS, and I get a single digit deviation.
No, they're good, man. Actually, those 308 dies I got are the ones I got from Willie, man. So that was had a little sentimental aspect of it.
Yep, I got a bunch of 45 bullets from him. I don't think I'll ever bring myself to load them and shoot them.
And actually, the sunset is over there. You're just getting a partial of the sunset. There,
So,
how's that?
Yeah. So Abigail, I'm liking my Hornady custom grade dies. But if you really want precision type dies, and you'll pay for them, but Redding makes match grade stuff. So does RCBS.
Steve's woodworking. Just listen for it. You will hear coyotes. They don't come too close to the house because my gun's right inside in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, what matter? You have a sign outside saying I have a gun so coyotes can read and they don't come.
No, they end up getting lead poisoning. If I don't shoot them, the wife does. Whoever's closest grabs the gun and go bang. So they tend to stay away from. That's why I mean these cameras are also infrared. So, yeah. But I want to get an infrared scope. So what's a good infrared scope?
Why infrared?
Because you can shoot a whole lot farther with infrared at night than you do with NVG, and it costs less. So when I hear a coyote yapping, go ahead. What?
So why not? Is infrared thermal? Is that it or?
Yeah, thermal.
Okay.
Yeah, thermal.
See, this is what I'm talking about. So this is a factory shell, right? This is basically a case gauge slash. You can if your ammo is a little out of spec, out of round, especially for the semis. This end you can squeeze it in a little bit, but see how this one drops in nicely. This is the reloaded shell, beautiful shell, but it doesn't really resize this aluminum portion, so it doesn't drop all the way, and that might be an issue sometimes especially in the semi. Here's another one. These aluminum ones are not that great, but it doesn't. Your die doesn't really resize this metal portion of the shell. So that kind of pisses me off.
So it's always better to reload brass, the brass type of case.
Well, no, I guess you gotta set up the. I don't know. I guess it depends on the die, because the die doesn't really die; just comes up to here. So it doesn't really resize. It resizes the plastic portion of the shell, but not the metal one. And this is where the powder is. So the metal one expands as well.
I thought that's what that steel ring was for when you press it down to deprime it.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but mine doesn't really do that. It doesn't size it enough. Like if I really push it, it'll go in. Then I gotta push it out with something. It doesn't just drop in. So I'm just saying mine. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I couldn't find any adjustments or anything like that. But that's my only like pet peeve about these. I mean, like I said, 90% of these run just fine in the shotgun, but every now and then you'll get one that won't go in the battery all the way.
Yeah. Okay, so let me straighten out some stuff over here. Thorzak says get a mech supersizer and it'll size that brass all the way down like you need it
Okay.
to. And Mr. Pollard and Six Shooter Texan are trying to help me with overshot. Thorzak said go to Harbor Freight. 5/8 5/8 inch card is for an overshot card in 20 gauge and undershot in 12, and then 3/4 is the overshot size for 12 gauge. So you got two purposes for 5/8. And I don't want to throw any more mud in the water, but what size is an overshot card for 16? There you go. James fixed 3/4 inch for overshot, 5/8 for under hole punches. Okay. And then I can use the 5/8 for overshot in 20. But what about 16?
So what did I walk in on here? It's like I walked in, you guys are going to be going sassy shooting with the cowboy action, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I got that set up from Craft Holsters, and it's a sweet rig. And I just thought about it more and more, and I looked around, and there's one here not too far away.
Okay.
And then the actual SAS website and membership, I think it's like $100 a year or something like that. So it's not that bad.
So have you and Jamie making videos next year doing that stuff?
I plan on it, man. I really want to get into it. I think it'd be pretty cool. You know me, man. I'm a revolver guy, so I'd rather sit out there and shoot revolvers and have fun with it. And so I'm going to stick to that.
So you need a T-shirt that says, "Yeah, I'm a FUD." That's all these big good gun channels call a revolver, guys. I mean, I personally, I love revolvers, especially I love the old.
They do because they don't know how to shoot them. If they actually spent some time behind it and actually learn how to shoot them, they'd be okay with them. They don't think it has enough capacity because we got to have 20 fucking rounds and all this other shit.
If you got to dump more than one mag or one cylinder, you shouldn't be there in the first place.
You got a major fucking problem. Yes, exactly. And that's the thing. And the other part to that too, it's just like states like
Come
New
on,
York.
it takes 25 rounds to take down a deer. Them motherfuckers are wearing Kevlar.
And then you got states like New York and California. You got 10 round limits, dude. You know how fast I can change a fucking magazine? Like, fuck out of here. It's some of the dumbest shit we have.
That's not me making that noise.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
That's balls.
Sorry, I thought it was good.
Not just that, Alan, but they're on methamphetamines too.
I hate saying this, but Steve's right. I've seen so many come in over the years and try to do their practice for the qualifications and shit. And oh my God, is it horrible? It is fucking horrible.
You gotta take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I have a few cops I shot with, and they actually win matches. Mostly like a small department. Those guys actually take the shit seriously, like a small local PD. But like a state police or big sheriff's department, they all suck.
No, the majority, unfortunately, only go once a year or once every, twice a year or whatever and shoot, and that's it. And it's ridiculous.
Not only that, but the qualification course is a freaking joke.
Oh, it's ridiculously retarded. I had one guy who, and it's the same they do the same qualification course for security out here as well. And this guy was going for security, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy was one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life. You're talking about a huge ass target. I mean, a huge ass target, one of the big ones. And, if you're going for something like that, I'd expect to see you somewhere within about a hand. No, this guy was all over the fucking target. I mean, all over it. And somehow he still qualified.
Hey, Scotsman, I have some of those targets. So
Yeah, those are the B-52 or B-17s or whatever the hell they call
Brown
them.
targets matter.
So
Brown
when
targets matter.
when you come down, we can shoot do a qualification, a police qualification video. However,
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous
please
how
do.
bad they shoot.
That's a great idea, Daniel.
You can look it up. HR
should
Fung made a bunch of video of all different police department qualification. What's his name? The Honest Outlaw did a bunch of them as well. I know my buddy used to be a training officer for the local CO for the prison, and he could literally run the rifle classification at 100 yards with the pistol. That's how ridiculous it is.
Right. But like I've been out with Daniel before where he's had people over doing qualifications, and the gentleman that teaches the course is a former police officer, or is he still a police officer? I can't remember.
He's retired. He's retired. He was the armorer and trainer that qualified the police department.
He actually shoots. So there's a big difference. When you actually get up and shoot, makes a big difference.
But
majority of the cops out there don't go out and shoot.
And it's ridiculously easy to qualify.
Oh, it's stupid easy. I mean, the one guy in Georgia that I worked with, when I lived in Georgia, he was out there and he went for the qualification. And I didn't know it at the time, but he'd already been a cop prior. And he got let go because he let his partner get his ass beat. But anyway, he went into another department to be a cop, and he shot the qualification, failed. Shot the qualification, failed. And they gave him one last chance, and he made it by one round. And they still let him go. And I'm like, what the fuck? But then they came to find out that his partner got beat, and I don't think he's there anymore.
I hate to say it, but you don't have to be super smart to be a cop either.
No. And unfortunately, like I said, it's you only have to get so many in X amount, and that's the sad part. The majority of us all shoot better than they do, and can easily qualify.
Okay, I want to make a statement I shot competition this summer. I classified as a C class. In my mind, that just says I'm proficient with a gun. I'm really not going to be competitive till I get a B class rating or higher. Because I've watched B class guys beat A's and masters at every one.
Listen, you're getting hung up on classification. Classification don't mean shit. I'll show you a guy that I shot with today, and all he does is practice his classifier. He made it to master as far as a classifier. Yet I don't think he beat me once.
Well, because on
So
the other stage they add in all that running and moving around.
Borzak's is right. People think cops are experts.
And that's part of the problem that we got. And a lot of times you see it too. You know, a mass shooting happens or this happens, and you get some of these cops that come out there and start talking about how they're fully automatic and this stuff. Like, dude, no, stop. And you see it all the time in California and all these other places that just want to take away everything you got.
Now, to readdress Bald's one thing here about a second class. Those classifier courses are set up as far as developing your freestyle, your strong hand, your weak hand type of shooting. So, I mean that's if you're down to one hand, whether it's your strong hand or your weak hand, or just going out there, that is developing a lot of skill in your shooting. The other stages are developing memory and running the course as fast as you can and getting through it, and getting that low time and higher score.
And if you guys ain't out there practicing with your weekend, you should be. It's a major thing. Get out there and do it. It's not that hard. You know, it's a very simple thing that everyone can do and should do.
I've never done that. Never. Ever.
well, dry fire is your friend. Try it in the dry fire. We shot the classifier today, and
all kinds of different ways you can do it. Dry fire is an excellent way, but you should know how to shoot with your other hand. And it's going to be totally different because you may be right eye dominant and, you know, you're used to being here, but now you're over here. It's still going to line up, but it's going to be slightly off. So you got to play around with it and work.
I got one target set up there right now where you run the freestyle, you shoot the strong hand, you do a mag change, shoot the strong hand, and then you stop, you set up again, you shoot the freestyle, do a mag change, and then shoot on your support hand and going through it. That develops your eyes and your sight picture really quick to where you're not even thinking about switching over from one to the other. Yeah, that's L strong and weak. That's 0309. I think that's the classifier it is.
yeah, we shot one today.
You shot that one?
Well, similar. Shoot 6 freestyle, then 6 strong hand, and then you go 3 freestyle and 3 weak hand.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, we shot it today. I put one right in the middle. I freaking drilled a no shoot.
Oh. Yeah, it takes me. I mean, just to get through, I'll do the strong hand, the freestyle, then the mag change and strong hand. I'll get that in about 9.5 seconds, but then I go to the weak hand and I shoot it. It as about 11.5 seconds. And
I did it pretty. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And at about every third or fourth one where I practice, I haven't drilled the center of the no shoot, but I'll get like an inch or so inside of the no shoot, which totally it sucks.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did it pretty okay, but I'm getting a lot better at shot calling. So I knew that I hit the no shoot. I even knew when. Literally the second I pressed the trigger, I knew the dot is not what it's supposed to be. It was just, hands, eye, and brain coordination wasn't there at that split second. So I knew I had good hits, and all that, but it's just that one no shoot kind of killed me.
Yeah. Do it quick.
So chessboard, I understand that 100%, brother. If you don't know Greg, Landquest Fitness, go check out Greg Landquest Fitness. Greg uh, teaches law enforcement and has, spent the majority of his life doing that and being there, so he knows. But he talks about some of this stuff too. It's not the same.
I would
Scotsman, this
I
subject
would
here is
say
killing me.
that cops in the 60s and 70s, yeah, they didn't have the best reputations for being the best shots, but they shoot more than the majority of law enforcement today. They Back when they were running around with revolvers all the time, they were carrying revolvers all the time. They knew they got 6 shots to work with, and then they're gonna have to hide somewhere. And so I believe that in that time period, law enforcement did take more time and actually did practice more, and law enforcement just doesn't do that today.
And one thing you don't see anymore, and you used to see it a lot back in the day, was they had competitions too. And unfortunately, you just don't see that anymore. You go back, just 30 Harry, for example. 30 Harry is a classic, but you watch 30 Harry and you see they had these competitions. They don't do that anymore. They haven't done that in years. They stopped it, and for whatever reason, I don't know, but they stopped doing that.
My nephew just got hired to be a corrections officer at Mancy. He's never been around guns his entire life. And he asked me today to go out there and start, teach him and show him some stuff. It's like, I want to have some instructors, but I told him right here, I want to teach the crap out of the safety stuff first.
Don't forget, cops are carrying a lot more gear nowadays. Back in the day, the cops would have a freaking a gun, a nightstick, a spare moon clips or whatever to hold them ammo, and the cuffs. Nowadays, look at them. If they have just a belt, then they have more shit on it than the Batman, or they all dressed up like a military.
Yeah, they're all wearing
Right, but again, with that, if you got it, know how to use it. And train with it and be prepared. And it's just something they just don't do. And it's sad. It's very sad. When they're literally out there telling you all the time, call 911, call this, let them take care of the issue. How can you trust that? You can't. There's no way. I'm pretty sure I can get to my 357 faster or whatever else I got on me faster than they can get here.
Well, I'm a firm believer that every gun owner should be semi-proficient with a gun, but also should have at least the basics of the first aid. You're
Right.
willing to take a life, you should also know how to save it. So at least have a basic understanding of even if it like I was quite a bit involved in the high school with the first aid and all that, but haven't done that much since. But you remember at least basic stuff, how to do some.
No, and you should, and that's 100%. I got a medical bag right there, man. That's just, constantly.
I take my blowout and my first aid kit to all these shoots, but at the competitions, and I'm looking around. There ain't nobody else carrying these things. They're out in their truck, not on the range.
Well, and I'm same as you, man. I have a small bag set up, ready to go. Goes on the belt whenever I go somewhere. And then I have the main bag that sits in the truck, which has a lot more shit if something like super major happens.
Listen, you don't need no bag. Look at the Kentucky ballistic. He stuck a finger in it and made it all the way to hospital. If you got good thumbs and fingers, that's all you need. Just stick a thumb in it and go.
So what you're saying is you don't carry your blowout kit or first aid in your little cart that you're pulling around when you go to the shoots?
I have it in my shooting bag.
In the shooting bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 2 bags I throw right because I went where was it, Target or whatever they had on sale, and I've got one of those fold up carts that I could sit in, and you guys could pull me around in. That's why I was very
Yeah,
disappointed that Scotsman didn't go to these shoots because I wanted to put him to work. I was going to have him pull me around so I could last on more stages.
yeah. I don't bring them. It all depends how the club is set up. Like most of the clubs, the way it's set up, I kind of go by my vehicle, so I leave most of my stuff in a truck, and I'll just grab spare ammo and a water bottle because it's literally 10 seconds away from the truck or something. So there's no point. Plus,
Yeah,
I have
no, I'll get there, Daniel. I'll get there, man. I'm
Okay.
trying. I'm just.
I need somebody to pull me along so I can last, so my body can last more than 4 stages.
I
After
need
the
a day
4th
off.
stage, I'm going downhill.
All right. So Lakeview has a good question out there. What's everyone's favorite tourniquet? I have a couple different ones, and give me 1 second. I'll go grab one.
I asked the fireman what did they use, and he told me the site to go to, and that's where I ordered my stuff from. I got what the local fire departments use. I couldn't tell you the
I'm a
brand.
cats guy. I'm a cats guy. In all my carrying rigs and everything else, that's all I run is cats.
Yeah, I'm staying away cat tourniquet, but these are just an off-brand, but they work. I've busted them open, tried them. These were, I forget how much these were, but they were fairly cheap. I think I bought 6-pack of them. But for the money, well worth it. They'll do the job. You can find anything out there. Just, you gotta keep looking. But cat tourniquet is probably one of the best ones.
See, my philosophy was when I bought my kitten bag, if the local volunteer fireman, EMT, and all that jumps into my bag, he already knows exactly what's in there because that's what they use on the truck.
It's not only that. Another good philosophy is you want to have as much as you can, even if you don't know how to use it, because chances are somebody else will be there who knows how to use it and might not have the equipment. So, which brings me, which reminds me that I should really update my kit.
Especially if you got aspirin or something like that in there. Drugs expire and turn to poison.
Well, at least annually, if not by every 6 months, um, my work sends me through first aid training courses for a lot of different things. One of those being bloodborne pathogens and blood control bleeding situations. None of it's truly life action. Of course, CPR and another number of things. So I get a refresher course, luckily, because I'm involved with the safety of my company every 6 months. And so, at the very least, I recommend people to get out and find a course that gives you first aid training. Um, it's simple. You can learn a lot by watching videos and stuff, but unless you're physically touching stuff, unless you're physically applying a tourniquets and whatnot, you might fumble in the wrong situation. So get out, get the training, have a general idea of what to do, because it might happen to you and you might be the only person around and you might have to do it on yourself. Get the training.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot. Doesn't cost a whole lot. Get out there and do it, and just have some basic knowledge. Doesn't take a whole lot.
Local
again,
fire
you know,
departments give that training all the time.
yeah,
Just out here.
there's all kinds of different avenues out there. But like Bald said, you know, you're gonna take a life, know how to save it, which is how it is, and you should. You know, if you know how to destroy it, know how to save it.
We should put that on the shirt and sell them.
We should. Yeah, we should. You know, we should do that. Maybe we'll set up a shop for the channel and we'll sell some shirts.
Hey, if you get involved in a shooting and everyone's taking video, what's going to help you in the civil court case after you shot him that you're actually sitting there trying to save that person's life? That's already it saved a couple people in court.
No, what helps you the best to have an excavator.
Pigs.
All right, we're at that time, so we'll start going through the room. Val, what you got, brother?
Not a whole lot. To be honest, I'm at a crossroads. I was talking about it the other day. You know, I got a real hard time coming in the possession of the firearms right now. So I might start doing different videos, something else, more gear oriented. But we did pretty good tonight as far as the Lakeview Outdoors. We got a couple of donations on Give Send Go, and a couple of I got through Cash App. So I think next week Lakeview Outdoors is gonna get a lot bigger check than the last time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'll get you something else this week too. I'll send some your way. Daniel, what you got, brother?
Oh, deer season's coming up. Just going to get my stands and everything ready. I got one. I definitely got to move, but it's all about playing the wind, and might even go out there and do a little squirrel hunt and put a video up for CW. That was him about the squirrel rifles, wasn't it? Yep, I still got my first. Heck, I still have my first 3 guns that I ever owned: my rabbit gun, my squirrel gun, and my deer gun.
Did you ever do your first gun for Lakeview?
The first gun for Lakeview? No,
Yeah, it was a video series we all put together.
I didn't do that. You remember, I've only put one video out in like the last 4 or 5 months.
Well, while you're at it, do that too. Do your first gun for Lakeview.
Okay,
And
then do the whole.
And we really appreciate like of your videos.
I know it. I my subscriber count goes up when I quit making videos. I make a video, it goes down. But yeah, I'll have to see it. The whole YouTube thing, especially the way YouTube is, it just ticks me off. You know, I got to get that motivation. So hunting season's coming up. It's actually here now. So I might have a little bit of motivation to make a video here or there. But it's going to be different than just going out to the range and shooting paper.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos I gotta get done for one for MCK and a couple others. So MCK threw out a bow video, and it was a freaking Matthews and all this other crap and blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay.
Oh, the Matthew guys.
Freaking Glock guys of the bow world.
Yeah, if it's like Hoyt, it's the CZ of archery. That and Fred Bear, okay?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. So I got something for him. So we'll get that done here soon. Battle Beam, what you got, man?
Nothing much, guys. If you guys can, please check out my podcast, Veterans Point of View. I'll be putting out some more content on that. Appreciate everybody's feedback. Got a lot of goodies this birthday month that just passed, so I appreciate everybody's support. And also, rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett passed away today. So that's pretty much all I got. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, Thorzax, trust me, we appreciate the Battle Beam and we appreciate the Russian. They may not think so, but we do. Jamie, what you got, brother?
Thanks for having me, man. I look forward to hanging out with you guys on Sunday nights. just for future reference, before you guys buy anything, call Daniel and Scotsman and make sure they're not going to make fun of you beforehand, so you won't be ridiculed when you show up with something that's not on the approved list. But I don't know anything about bows, so I wouldn't be any better. But
Get a Glock Perfection shirt. That'll do it.
that won't work. No, I know better than that. I'm gonna work on a couple of videos tomorrow, later tonight. Hopefully, I wanted to have them up before I go back to work on Tuesday, but it's been tough around here. COVID's no fun. I got an unboxing video, but anyway, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother. You're more than welcome anytime. Always a pleasure to have you. Guys, just watch out. They're trying to push mandates. They're trying to push this crap again. So no wonder why, time of the year, but here we go.
How convenient. Another strain.
Non-compliance is the way, people. Non-compliance. Trust me, it's going to be a fight, and we got to fight back. So step up and do your part, and again, God bless America, and fight for it. Fight for it. You're a red-blooded American. That means you fight for it. Period. With that being said, I'm going to throw it over to Allen to take us up right.
If I can get my ducks in a row, I might be able to get out of here at some point. Absolutely great chat. Side chat was completely rocking. Much love to everybody out there. Keep in mind, Val still has that 10 millimeter timber going up for grabs. So put that out there. I've got a 212 video series of hour-long videos of how to scratch your left knuckle with your right hand. So if you're interested, you might want to subscribe, share, whatever the algorithm tells you to do. Other than that, I'm going to tell you to keep them magazines loaded and one in the chamber.